Hello viewers, you're welcome. So let's continue from where we stopped in the last class on the trigonometric ratio. We have a question to solve which says, given that sine theta is equals to 5 over 13 and theta is acute, we are asked to find cos theta, tan theta, sec theta, cosec theta, and quot theta. So let's begin by bringing all the parameters we have. So the parameter we have here is we have been given the value for sine theta, which is equals to 5 over 13. And we know that from the modern definition of trigonometric ratio, we have a formula which we stated last week in the last class, which is SOHCAHTOA, where we have sine to be opposite over hypotenuse. So this is sine theta, 5 over 13. So this means that for the 5 to be opposite and that of 13 now is the hypotenuse. That is why we said that sine theta is opposite of hypotenuse. So the opposite is 5 and the hypotenuse is 13. So this question requires to sketch a diagram, which is diagram of a right angle triangle. So let's just make a simple sketch here. This is a right angle triangle. So we have the opposite side, which is 5. So here is 5. We have the hypotenuse, which is 13. So let's label this as ABC. So this side C, side BC is the side we do not have, which is the adjacent side. So we have to look for this side. Use what we call the Pythagoras rule. The Pythagoras rule states that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the that is equal to the sum of the square of the opposite and the adjacent side. Um, I've treated Pythagoras rule in my previous classes before now. So here we have the hypotenuse to be 13 square is equal to the opposite, which is 5 square, plus the adjacent square. Okay, to have so from here, all we need to do is collect like terms. We have 13 square minus 5 square, which is equal to the square of the adjacent. Okay, so 13 square gives us 169 minus 5 square gives us 25, which is equal to the square of the adjacent. So when we subtract 25 from 169, we're going to have a value of 144 equals to the square of the adjacent. So for us to get the value for the adjacent, all you do is take the square root of both sides. We will take the square root here. The square root will cancel the square here. So we have left with the square root of 144, and we are going to have our answer to be equals to 12. So that means our adjacent side now is going to be 12. So here becomes 12. With this triangle now is a complete is complete, having all the three sides. So with this now we can solve the question. So in the next class we shall continue from here. Okay, so stay tuned.